A tech-savvy rider implemented new technology to modify his 2015 GL 1800 Honda Goldwing. That Goldwing later became known as Black Flash, an extreme lighting show bike. What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Cornell, the tech-savvy rider. Today is the 16th of March, roughly around a little bit after 2 o'clock. Today is going to be the first time I rode out in a while. I just got a phone call from Chris Caliente saying that he was coming out to the area. So I changed my plans that I had for the weekend, which was working on the bike, stripping it down, and doing some paint work on my exhaust, and started working on my lighting equipment that I wanted to perform or get done on the bike. Some things that came over. After he had called me, I had changed my mind and started putting the bike back together. And it dawned on me that I never did create the video that I was telling y'all about, as far as the changes that I had made to all the connections on my bike. First thing first was the changes that I made from 2018. Y'all remember when I was telling y'all I hooked up a dual battery connection on the bike, and the changes that I made, I just wanted to strictly say that when I added that second battery, I used the original primary battery and I made it the secondary battery. The problem I had with that was when I did it, the original battery, it was so far gone that it still didn't help me for us boosting off the system, keeping my lights going for a light show. So I ended up having to buy a brand new secondary battery. So I highly recommend, if you do switch your motorcycle over to a dual battery setup, go ahead and get you 2 brand new batteries to be on the safe side. Another thing that I had to do was, for my cargo trailer, I got a third battery in it, which was a little 12 volt. That 12 volt wasn't doing enough for me, so I ended up getting a third battery. What I ended up doing was the third battery for my cargo trailer, I ended up using a third motorcycle battery for it also. And the changes I made to it would help me out a lot too, because the only way that I was able to get this third battery to charge was when the trailer is connected to the motorcycle. What I ended up doing after I added the third motorcycle battery to my cargo trailer, I ended up putting the connections for, let me get on here so you can see it, the connections for my tender, my battery tender. So now when the trailer is not connected to the motorcycle, and I still need to charge my battery, or my trailer been sitting up too long and I don't want to connect it to the bike just to charge the battery, all I have to do now is just open up my tender connection, connect my battery tender, and my third battery is good to go now. So that was a great big difference on using a regular 12 volt battery versus actually adding a large motorcycle battery, and using the battery tender connection to keep that battery charged when it is not connected to the bike. So those were the changes that I had made to the dual battery setup and the trailer connection that I had for my motorcycle that I showed y'all back in 2018, but I never did create the video showing you the changes that I made. I was going to illustrate or go through the demonstration of how I did it, how I connected, but you know, every time I attempt to show somebody how I did something, you know, you always got those people who want to come back in and say, well, I would have did it this way, I would have did it that way, and y'all know me. First thing I'm going to say is, well, hey, that's how you would have did it, and this is how I did mine. And this is what's working for me. So that's why I always try to show people. I was gonna try to go into detail and give a diagram on how everything was actually connected, but it would have been a waste of time because, like I said, people starting to have their own little opinions and comments about stuff that I do, and I just really don't, too much care for it anymore. So I'll tell you, this is what I did. Hopefully you can get the illustration in your head and go for what you know. You know, put your own diagram together. Other than that, hey, I'm finna ride out, go try to catch up with my boy Joe McGee. He's around here at Fort Sill somewhere or out there at Wichita Mountains. And I'm trying to catch up with him because me and him hadn't been riding together in a while. And then I'm trying to catch up with Chris Caliente while he's riding in from Texas. And, chill out with him and get to have my bro time with my bro. Because last time he came down, it was such a short notice that I didn't have time to spend with him. So hopefully this weekend I have a chance to do that. Other than that, hey, that's my spiel for today, YouTube. Y'all have a good one. Stay tuned for the next video. I'll be hooking up with Joe McGee and Chris Caliente and the crew that he brought down with him coming from Texas. So that'll be the next video. Y'all stay tuned. GoPro, start recording.